Okay, in this lesson we are going to look at automating the master track in our build-ups to make our drops seem bigger. Now, this doesn't have to be done during the mastering stage, but I like to leave it to the end because I only like to tamper with a master track at the very end once I'm sure I'm happy with my mix and I'm ready to finalize my track. So, what the process of, automating your master track during your build-ups does is allows you to create bigger drops by reducing the volume of the master gradually as the build-up increases. And when the drop hits or kicks back in, the volume snaps back to its loudest level, which is 0 dB, giving the illusion that the drop's actually a lot bigger. But really what's happened is the build-up has gotten softer and it's made the illusion that the drop's bigger. So I'll give you a demonstration of this. So I'm just going to change my grid so it's a bit easier to deal with. Now I'm going to make click at the start of this 8-bar build-up here. I'm just going to click in a node to the master track. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, what I'm going to do is press B actually. And I'm just going to drag the master volume down to -3 dB. Now you just want to make sure we're doing this, you're actually mastering the you're actually automating the master track. Sometimes people have something weird on like panning selected, or they have song tempo selected and they actually start automating the tempo. So just make sure you've got track volume selected, and you can just do that by clicking on the track volume itself. My automation turned off, so I'm just going to press this orange button to turn it on. So the reason why I brought it down 3 dB is just because if I get rid of these, if I get rid of that node there, it makes a nice flat peak here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this along so it lines up roughly where my drop ends. So it's going to decrease in volume down until, sorry, my zoom went a bit funny there. It's going to decrease in volume until the drop hits in. So let's give an example here. Now that came down 3 decibels, and I reckon we could come down a bit more. So you want to bring it down as much as you can until it becomes noticeable. So I'm going to bring it down to maybe 6. I'll bring this one down to 6 as well. And let's have another listen. Watch the volume decrease over here in this box. And I reckon I can get away with that 6 decibel decrease in that automation. So that's quite good. When my drop comes back in, it sounds a lot bigger. I'm going to do the same thing, the exact same thing to my second drop. Now what you can do if you're lazy like me, you can actually just copy. So if I highlight that track, right click and go copy envelope, I can just paste this on the next build up which starts here. And if I right click and just go paste, then I have the same build up, or the same automation for the next build up already preloaded in. So that's nice and easy. You could go through and click it in, or if you wanted to make it different, by all means go ahead and do it again yourself. But just a little shortcut there for those who don't want to program the same thing, or people who want things to be exactly the same as it was before. Let's have a listen to this one. So there you have it. There's a handy little trick to make your drops seem bigger by decreasing the volume using automation of your master volume track over the course of the drop. So when, over the course of the build-up. So when the drop actually does kick back in, it snaps back to the loudest level, which is 0 dB, and it makes it seem like it's actually gotten bigger when really things around it have just gotten softer. Just another trick that you can use to make your drops sound a lot bigger.